Right, hey, what's up, everyone? Here we are, hole number three, sorry. And what I'll typically do here, I'll typically go QB, actually. There's no reason of bringing these massive drivers into this hole, especially with tailwind scenarios. So what you'll typically see, one of the biggest things that I recommend the most is having a lot of curl. It'll make it to where you don't need to land so perfect on this hump. My opponent almost has to land this dead on perfect because he won't be able to curl it enough to really safely get it away from that bunker without, now, let me just say, if he lands that perfect, then you can curl it. But if you land it too centered on that island, it is going to run out into the sand. And one of the things that I can do is I can kind of intentionally aim on the center, which makes it a lot easier to play. And then we can just go max curl. And with this wind, I wouldn't go more than this on the top spin anyway. So you can see this is right around 4-ish bars, which is pretty much maxed out. And as I mentioned, I can go much more centered on this island without having to worry. And for a 9 wind, I'm thinking 10 rings. And as I mentioned, with this play, we'll be able to aim on the center of the island and get this well to the right. And what that also does is creates extra momentum. So 4 topspin behaves more like 5 topspin in that situation. So here we are for the approach shot. And what I'll typically do here, you'll see, first off, I kind of position my ball to where it's kind of perfect. I'm kind of really happy with where I am because I create a nicer angle when I get over to this right-hand side here. So that's going to straighten up my wind, and it's going to make it much easier to be able to hold this. Now, you can still get it either way. You can see opponents all over this. It's really going to come down to shot execution. I like to play an offset method as opposed to overplaying my rings. So you'll see that I typically try to count my rings perfect. I'll try to land kind of on a very fluid spot. So you can see this is very consistent spot here. And as I mentioned, more of an offset method. So you'll see that I kind of position this maybe just in front of the hole, maybe a little bit to the right, and then we're going to play more natural rings. In terms of perfect amount of rings, I'm thinking 6.5, 6 to 6.5 in this situation. So we are going to go almost 6.4 rings here with a 7.6 and perfect ball. And let's just see how this plays out. It looks like it's just over to the left. So we'll just, in the future, we'll try to position just a little bit more to the right. And hopefully we're able to get that. So good luck with that hole, guys. And I'll see you guys on the next one.